Let's learn identifying relationships and non-identifying relationships. We consider a relationship is identifying when the child cannot exist without the corresponding parent. In database, we can consider an identifying relationship when the existence of a row in the child table depends on a row in the parent table. In case of non-identifying relationship, child may exist without the parent. So from a relational database design point of view, the primary key attributes of the parent table must not be the primary key attribute in the child table. Then a non-identifying relationship can be optional or mandatory. It means the foreign key can be null if it is optional, or it should not allow null if the relationship is mandatory. So we have this option when we have a non-identifying relationship. We have few entities here. One is employee, and another one is permanent employee, and another one is contract employee. An employee can be either a permanent employee or a contract employee. So in that case, the relationship between employee to permanent employee is going to be an identifying relationship. Let me create identifying relationship. The moment I've created this identifying relationship, you can find the employee ID, that is the primary key in employee entity, migrated to permanent employee. In permanent employee, this is both a primary key as well as foreign key. If I create a non-identifying relationship, let me create a non-identifying relationship from external organization to contract employee. You can find the child entity do not have the soft edge. Soft edge indicates a weak entity which depends on another entity for its existence. Here we don't have soft edge because this entity do not depend on external organization for its identity, because this is just a foreign key but not a foreign key and primary key. So let's create a identifying relationship from employee to contract employee. Now you can see this is an identifying relationship. The employee ID is migrated here as a foreign key as well as primary key, and the entity is drawn with a soft edge indicating this is a weak entity. And this is how we create an identifying relationship. You can find it just in the toolbox here. This is identifying and this is non-identifying. In case of non-identifying relationship, we can make this relationship nulls allowed or nulls not allowed. Nulls allowed means this is an optional relationship. If I make it nulls not allowed, this is going to be a mandatory relationship. You can find contract employee must have exactly one associated external organization. The implication of this change, by making this relationship mandatory, we will be making this particular foreign key non-nullable in the database. Okay, so let's see one more example. We have a user entity and role entity. The business rule is that each user may be assigned to multiple roles, and each role may have many users associated with it. So in that case, this is a many-to-many association between them. Let's create a many-to-many relationship. Here we have the many-to-many relationship. See, we have created a many-to-many relationship between them. We understand that each user may be assigned to multiple roles and each role may be assigned to multiple users. So let's resolve this many-to-many relationship by introducing an association entity. So we have a tool to do that. Let me click this. On the logical side, we will have the transformation toolbar which shows the ability to resolve it. So click on this resolve many-to-many relationship. It shows the association entity. Basically, this association is user role assignment. You can see when we create an association entity, it created two identifying relationships. User ID and role ID is migrated to user role assignment as primary key attributes. So this is again identifying relationship. So in this case, one particular user and a particular role can only come together once. If they may come together multiple times, we have to make this a non-identifying relationship. We may move this down and introduce a new artificial key here. In that case, these attributes, these migrated attributes will become non-primary key, but they are foreign keys.